Did you ever see a movie called Sleepaway Camp?
It's on my watch list, but I haven't seen it.
It's kind of a dark spot in most people's horror
Filmography.
history. Yeah, but I always see it like in documentaries and stuff like that. And do you know the ending of Sleepaway Camp?
Spoil it.
Okay. Spoilers, guys, for a movie from like over 40 years ago that you probably have no intention of watching until I talk about it. But like the thing that they talk about with that movie is like not even, it's a bad movie. They made it for like a very low budget.
Mhm.
There are scenes in that movie where all the counselors and owners, how do I say this without getting YouTube to clip my video? Let's just say that they are highly inappropriate in how they talk about and look at the 14, 15-year-olds getting off the bus to come for the summer.
Oh boy. Okay.
Like there's like a really sweaty cook who's like just fat and gross, and he's just like, yeah, fresh meat. Back where we come from, we call that bald eagle. And like the guy who James Earl Jones' real life father is like the other actor, and he's just like, man, they're too young to even know what you're talking about. And you're just like, yeah, they are. And why is this in the movie? But the ending of Sleepaway Camp, the big reveal is that like because in the beginning of the movie, you have a dad and the two kids, and they're little kids, like 8 and 9. And on the lake, they're in the boat, and it tips over. They're like a tiny little dinghy sailboat. It tips over, so they're all in the water in front of the boat. Meanwhile, there was a teenager who's like an instructor dude who's like basically dragging a girl on water skis. And next to him in the boat is another girl who's like a tourist. Who's like, I want to drive. And he's like, you can't drive. You're underage and your dad would kill me and all that. Fine, I'll let you drive for a minute. Meanwhile, the girl's getting pulled behind them. And they're looking backwards at the girl. They're not watching what's in front of them. And they go straight into all 3 of them.
No.
Right. Now, they don't show you who dies. Oh, and then also the dad's gay lover comes out of nowhere. And it's just like, you have to cut out of the water. The doc is coming. We find out the doc is actually the sister of the dad who died. Right?
Okay.
And spoiler alert, the dad dies.
Okay.
The little girl, Angela, dies. But I think the name is Peter, is the little boy that lives. And at the end of the movie, what we find out is that the little boy who lived was taken in by the aunt, who was more eccentric than Sally Hawkins.
Goodness, no. No, that wouldn't do at all.
And it was basically just like, I already have a little girl. I'm sorry, I already have a little boy. I want a little girl. So like, I'm gonna put a wig on you. I'm gonna dress you like a little girl. You're only like 8 or 9, so you're very impressionable. And you're just gonna have to ride this out. So by the end of the movie, everyone's picking on this little girl or boy who's been forced to be a little girl, Peter to Angela. Everyone's picking on quote unquote Angela.
She's a real carpenter's dream. The light is a board and needs a screw.
And she's the one killing everybody. And the last shot of the movie is like 2 of the counselors walking out, and like 5 people are now dead. And the big iconic shot is like Angela is naked, and this is on all the covers of the posters where like Angela's like with the eyes inside. It's like and they pan out, naked body, dong, return of the schlong. And so like, oh no, she's a boy.
Wait,
and
that's
like,
the twist?
That's the ending. She's a boy. And it's like dong dong dong. And so like and the behind the scenes I was watching, it was kind of funny and cool. Like they basically hired a college kid for like $200 that they told him to shave his body because he had to, fit the character. Shave his body. They made a prosthetic mask of Angela doing that face, and then wore it on top, glass eyes, and then they shot that. And it's funny because like the face is like, it looks like Madame Tussauds, like a wax figure face on this naked college boy who's just hanging down. And that's the end of the movie. That was like the big holy shit reveal ending for like, I want to say 1984.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's a B movie that's got like a soft spot for people who have like just really love those genre movies from like the B-roll, like the Tom Savini movies, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Friday's Friday the 13th. This Friday. You can be watching. This Friday is actually Friday the 13th.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Because I've been seeing a lot of articles about Jason and stuff like that.
And then the week after is the 20th anniversary of Brokeback Mountain.
Are you serious? Or are you just?
It is. It's getting a re-release in theaters. You gonna go watch it with me?
If you want, if you come to Jersey, I will go with you. Because I can't quit you, JMark.
I can't quit you, Johnny.
The comments have
the Sleepaway Camp. Like, that's the reveal. I almost want to just show that movie to Asia and not tell her anything about it.
You should. Like I feel bad because I've seen so many of these like horror documentaries, like In Search of Darkness and stuff like that on Shudder, and like so like I know it because like they include it like in every list of 100 greatest horror movies of all time or shocking endings. So I know the ending. Most people know the ending more than the rest of the movie because it's not a great movie. Like it's kind of like the first Friday the 13th where it's like very low budget. Actors are not actors. When they were doing the POV shots of Angela as the killer, it's like a grown man's hand with like hair on his arm like this, and you're like, that's not a child. But they just shot it as is. Like they have a fake out scene with the little boy. They just put a wig on the little boy and put him in silhouette. But like I guess the movie didn't account for the fact of like someday we'll have like Blu-rays and 4Ks and like we can lighten it up and all that. And so it's like it's not very effective in that way, but it adds to the charm of the movie.
Eat shit and die, Ricky.
Eat shit and live, Bill.
During you mentioned that type of genre, that type of film, and Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th actually holds a special place in my wife and I's heart. During COVID, when things were shut down and before we got really rebellious, we were like, hey, we're gonna find some things to do inside, and so every Sunday after church, I was wanting to show Asia more horror movies, and we also were getting more ambitious with our hot foods. And so every weekend, every Sunday, we would watch a new Friday the 13th movie that we hadn't seen, and we would get a hotter wing on the Buffalo Wild Wings menu. And so we like still talk about it to this day. Like, that was so fun, just like watching another like bad Friday the 13th movie just with a spicier wing every week. And so anyways,
your movie.
That's right. So we'll have to do that with Sleepaway Camp. How many are there? Is there just one?
Well, no. I mean, if you ask like a horror fan, they're like, we only talk about one.
Yeah.
Because the sequels are like straight to video. I skimmed like the dead meat kill count versions of them.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of like, I don't need to waste 90 minutes. Like they're really bad schlocky sequels.
Okay.
The sequels are like different people, different cast, different directors. Everything's different. It's basically like it made some money, so let's just keep churning it out, And I think there's like a fourth one even where they brought back Felicia Rose, who played Angela in the first one, and now she's grown.
What's going on?
Oh shit!
And it's like a very much like a gratuitous sequel where like she recreates that scene of her going like you know what I mean? Like it's like something like if it was today, it would be like a fan film on YouTube. You know, like when you see like someone do like a Michael Myers fan film on YouTube, and you know what I mean?
Drop on by the Clown Cafe. Drop on by the Clown Cafe. The grub is downright gruesome, but your appetite's obey. 'Cause food's a little funny. Food's a little funny. Food's a little funny at the Clown